tonight, and my brain is falling out of my head. My whole life is so damn great, and you're grating on my nerves again. So I called up the doctor, I showed him where I'm starting to swell. He gave me an aspirin for the pain, and now I'm feeling well.
Hey there, my name is Oris, and I'm responding to the devs' demand on wanting to hear their feedback from their customers in lieu of Battlefield 3's release. I'm showing Battlefield 1942 screens right now because I feel that the game is beautiful. It came out and it was revolutionary in its time. It's expansive, so very expansive, the maps, seeing the endless, and I really think that they could learn from what they've already created and continue this threshold along the Battlefield 3. There's nothing wrong with having huge maps, as you see. There's tons of action, and it just makes the game more immersive. It makes it feel like you're actually playing a battlefield and not a little sectioned out city. They did a lot of right with this game. They made a lot of planes, they made a lot of vehicles, they made a lot of choices, and I think in Battlefield 1942, all the choices were right. The only problem with it is that it's a bit dated, and I would love to see a comeback from a game of this genre, of this style, and of this depth. There's nothing wrong with having fun, so making stunts and stuff like that, making variable airplanes and variable ground vehicles as well, is only just going to add more and more to the game. As for Battlefield 2, I feel that it was revolutionary in its success due to the whole perk system, leveling up and getting new equipment, getting new gear. I think that game is really good for it. So I think, as you're about to see, the graphical improvements in Battlefield 2 were pretty significant. They're still pretty dated though, and but what you're able to do in it with the commander mode was really significant. Being able to control your team through a heads-up display, being able to assign orders, help people, drop care packages, artillery, all that stuff. I think that was a gorgeous and beautiful addition to the game. Just made it even more immersive and more team play required. The squads are a must. I please encourage you to keep the squads and even make them bigger. 4 people is a lot, but it's not enough. And I know it's kind of weary about the spawns, because then you have to kill all 6 or 8 people, however big you make it, but I think it just adds even more to the game. Battlefield 2 was great. It had a lot of vehicles, and it was a lot of the vehicles were based off the DC mod that was released for Battlefield 1942, and I think they did really well for it. I think sabotaging bases were fun as hell. The aircraft was amazing, the choppers, the jets, and I think they're just rehashing that in order to make Battlefield 3. And there's nothing wrong with that, because they did a lot of right. The leveling up system, getting new guns and weapons and unlockables is all fun and is all new at that time. And I think we would like to see comeback of artillery vehicles as well. That would be really nice, calling in a strike, getting in a vehicle and just launching it off yourself. I think you'd feel much more powerful doing that as well. I really hope that the devs had, prone to the game, and I hear that they are, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just feels stupid that you can't lie down on your stomach. I think it's a very important and essential part of the game, but as, people are complaining about it, that we don't want dolphin diving and all that stuff. And I totally agree with that. If you're going to go prone, you should have to set it up and everything. I think the LMGs should be stronger if you're comparing it to Bad Company 2. The LMGs in Bad Company 2 were ridiculously underpowered and underrated. And I would like to see some blood. That's another thing. There's no blood, there's no decapitation, no nothing. I know it's a bit gruesome, but we are playing a war here, and I expect to see some results, you know. Not to say it should be like Gears of War or anything, it just, you know, it should be to a level of maturity that the game pretends to be at. So I think that a little bit of gore wouldn't be too bad. A lot of people like the whole medal system, you know, getting ribbons and all that stuff, and I think that should be a real intricate part of your character's design. You should be able to either customize what medals you have on your person, or you should be able to display all the medals you've achieved, or ribbons you've achieved on your personnel's body. I think that would lead to a very nice character customization, just because everybody's going to have different medals, and obviously bigger medals for bigger rewards and stuff will show off on your character, and not everybody plays the same way, and I think that'd be a really nice idea. I really hope to keep tanks and increase the amount of vehicles on every map. You know, we're going into war, and they're not just going to send people in. They're sending vehicles and helicopters, and more than 1 or 2 helicopters, please. Like, that's ridiculous. You know, so don't cheap out on the vehicles. Make it a lot, but not too. I don't know how to say it. Just make it a lot. You know, there should be a deployment area, and people should be able to get ready and form up, and then make a decided assault on a point. And with Battlefield Bad Company 2 is possible, but very hard, very limited due to the number of vehicles that were left to you. You know, you didn't have that many of them. So I think that giving us more of an armory will just expand our ideas, and expand our possibilities, creating more hell on the servers that we'll be playing on. Please keep hardcore mode. I know you are, but if you decide to throw it away, just don't. Hardcore mode is a must for players, and some people can stand core, other players can't. But I think hardcore is a very central part of this game, and I expect to see it in Battlefield 3. As far as you know, health and hit detection and stuff, I really hope that hardcore is really hardcore, and that, you know, you get a few bullets, you die, and not similar to Battlefield Bad Company 2. A little bit more sensitive, please. Some people in Battlefield Bad Company 2 barely die from pistol shots, or actual shots. As for the classes, I hope that all the classes remain from Battlefield 1942. That being said, I hope the Assault gets the LMG, and the Medic retains their submachine gun. I really hope Battlefield 3 will be a great hit. I'm definitely going to get it, no question.